Today, we're talking about a subject that I believe is extremely important for anyone, no matter your financial situation, whether you're struggling to get by each month or you make thousands of dollars. It's about creating a budget which will help keep your financial situation in check so you can focus on all of the other things that you have to do. So, getting right into it, how to make a budget with an actual example, which I'm also using for myself. I've previously used an Excel, but I've recently switched to a Notion. This is not my actual data, but it's just an example that you can adapt. So the first thing that we need to look at is our recurrent expenses. So here in this table, we need to add all of the expenses. So the first thing that we're looking at is the recurrent expenses. Here we need to add all of the things that we have to pay month by month, whether it's a debt or a membership or even a budget for a specific category like food. So the idea is to take all of your expenses, which I'm pretty sure that you can also get from any banking app nowadays. If not, maybe switch your banking app to something that enables this expense tracking and just see what categories they have or even create your own. Maybe group a lot of expenses in one category like food, entertainment, or other topics. But also remember to put your memberships and also your loans into separate points. It's important because those are where maybe we can do the biggest change. People have a lot of memberships and subscriptions nowadays, which take a huge portion out of your budget. I believe you need to cut down on. For example, I'm pretty sure that you don't need to be subscribed to all of the streaming services. You can just choose one of them and try to watch the shows that one. And I'm sure that a lot of people will say, oh, but there's a movie coming out on this specific streaming subscription that I need to watch. Okay, just get a membership for 1 month, but get it, make sure to also cancel the renewal. It's also important to put down all of your debts here on separate rows so you can see how much of your budget each one of them takes. And also, when you pay them down, you can see the impact on your remaining budget each month. And that's regarding recurrent expenses. Each month, you might have a variation, which is why you have a budget for each category. But in order to see if you can really follow that budget, you should record all of your income and expenses on a monthly basis. For example, here for the month of February, we got an income of $2,000 and $750 in expenses. We can clearly see the profit that we can make each month for each of them, March, April, and so on, which will help us determine the margin that we have. Seeing the margin and its variation. Seeing the margin and its variation can help us determine how much money we can put aside each month for paying down debts, investing, or even making big purchases. Now, the next table that we need to create is a debts table where you put down all of the loans that you have. I put down here a couple of examples debts which I believe everyone will have at one point or another in their lives. Mortgage, a car loan, and one or two credit cards. It's important to have all of them in one table in order to determine which one you should focus on first, pay down fast. Here you can use either the avalanche method, which says that you need to pay down the highest interest at first, which in our case is the credit card number 2, or the snowball method, which says that you should focus on the smallest balance first, which is for credit card 1, in order to free up all of that mental space for another loan. I personally prefer the avalanche method because it makes more of an impact financially, but no matter which one you choose, it's important to know that additional payment that you will make towards the principal will also have an impact towards the interest that you have to pay. Now, the last table which you need to add to your budget, I believe, is a table which will help you calculate your net worth, which will have all of your assets like home, a car, which is not really the best asset to have, but also any investments like stocks, bonds, anything else that you're into. Now, having all of the assets here does not calculate your net worth. In order to get your net worth, you will have to calculate the total amount of assets that you have and subtract the amount of debts that you have. So, in this specific case, if we do that, the total net worth is only about $100,000, which is still a lot, but it depends on your age and your location in the world. I believe your net worth is one of the most important metrics that you need to take into account because it really shows your progress towards building wealth. And this is just my own specific way of keeping a budget, which has helped me free my mind out of anything related to my financial situation so I can focus on other things. Yours can look different, but I believe that it's important to have a budget.